Hi lollies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Thank you for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you'll be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of ours. You guys are the real MVP. So, Lovis, there is this rumor on the social platforms about Target. It was actually said that Target filed for bankruptcy because of the boycott that has been happening since January. So, but I was able to put up some stage. So many people are debunking this. Why people were like, okay, there is a significant changes in Target. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section and let's dive into it.
Boycotting won't do anything. Boycotting won't do anything. Target just filed for bankruptcy and has to close down almost every single last one of their stores in 2026. It's projected to. No one's saying that it happened already, but they already filed for bankruptcy. They've lost billions, like close to billions of dollars, which means that the company itself was already making risky moves and they were dependent upon us spending $300 to $400 every 2 weeks. You see what fucking happens when you run your motherfucking mouth and you make risky decisions like trying to bet on racism? It's expensive. And come to find out, looks like the people that were spending the money at Target aren't the only broke motherfuckers around here. Looks like you're broke too, booty. Looks like Target's broke too, you broke bitch. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't appreciate your core audience. I'm not sure what surveys y'all were taking. And I'm not sure what demographical levels was uploaded to your dashboards, but y'all didn't really read the motherfucking room. And then decided to do that when you thought that you were rolling high. Then to try and save their ass, they decided to put their shit and connect it with the TikTok shop to run their ads in our faces. You've already shit the bed on this one, babe. Carry your ass up to Donald Trump's his Mar-a-Lago resort and go cry on Daddy's shoulder. Go cry on Daddy Donnie's shoulder. Call Donnie. Tell him to send you that money back. You need it. You didn't realize that it would end like this. And tell him, ask him if you could borrow that money back. You see what fucking happens when you play? Damn, Target used to be my jam. An icy and a popcorn. I know the icy machine. And that Target popcorn machine. Hate to see a bitch like me coming, but not no more though. Not no more. Hate to have to see you go. Oh fucking well. And let this be a lesson to any other company. I need you to understand that the only reason why the civil rights movement worked as well as it did is because our ancestors stood on fucking business. We were already broke. They didn't get fucked. You already made us walk. You already made us, you know what I'm saying? Life was already inconvenient for us. We just turned around and decided, you know what? I actually don't have to ride your bus. And I actually don't have to pay you for this. And I can do this myself. I can actually mind my black ass business and refuse to just give you my money. Well, if you don't do this, then you won't have a job. I actually have been rubbing 2 nickels together for over a decade. So it's been working thus far. Let's see how you like it though. That's why the civil rights movement made it as far as it did. Because our ancestors stood on fucking business and said, I was broke yesterday. I'm going to be broke again today. What do you want me to do? But you know what I won't do? I won't be giving you my money. Won't be doing any of that. Won't be giving any of that. The majority of those businesses started going bankrupt. They started going broke. They had no other choice. They had no other choice. We know that today because the first opportunity they got and staring racism down in the barrel and allowing them to be who they truly have always wanted to be, who they have always thought that they were destined to be, or that they had the privilege, the things that they were told that they were privileged to have, such as being racism and thinking that being racist and thinking that they were better than everybody else. The first chance they got, I feel like they were protected in doing that. They did it. And then when they realized that they actually aren't protected in that, they rebranded it and called it black fatigue. How's that working out for them? The majority of those people are on snaps. Or they're on SNAP, food stamps, Medicaid. They're on all that shit. You want to know what Donald Trump just just took some money from? When I tell you we don't even have to do the work, because y'all do it for us.
Hell no. Y'all, Target just filed for bankruptcy. Boycott is doing it. You see what you do when you stop for support, motherfucker? The world ain't shit without us. They ain't. Target just filed for bankruptcy and damn near all the stores around the world gotta close. I don't give a damn. Target just filed for bankruptcy. Won't God do it? Won't he do it?
It should be noted that when conservatives said that they were going to boycott Target because they had Black Voices sections and they had Pride sections, it had almost no impact on Target's bottom line. The only impact it had on Target is that Target was having to ramp up security because of crazy white folks walking into the stores and acting a fool. They had to arrest people for disorderly conduct, disturbing the peace, harassment, and vandalism. But it didn't have an impact on Target's bottom line. And for some reason, Target said that's worth losing $500 million for. I didn't just pull that number out of anywhere. Target missed analyst sales expectations by nearly $500 million in response to the collective action of Black people and those who support us in not supporting Target. Because pandering to racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic white folks and those who support them doesn't actually improve your business. It detracts from it. And the number one group of people I want to learn from this is the Democratic Party, because there are a lot of folks suggesting that they should abandon all the woke stuff in favor of trying to build coalitions with folks who won't vote with them anyway. And I will once again say that all that will happen is that you will alienate the people who have supported you, and it will tear the whole thing down. Because Target is just a microcosm of what has happened in America in the last 5 years, going from extreme support of groups of people who have been marginalized and are finding their voices and being able to step forward and say, we are more than our oppression, to then turning around and being very oppressive forces. From 2020 to 2025, we saw so many amazing programs come into play, and now the Trump administration ripping all of them away. But culture is everything. And remember who drives the culture. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Shout out to the Target CEO. Did you know Black people spend $12 million a day at Target? Well, they used to. You see, Target got rid of DEI, so people just decided to not shop there anymore. Well, apparently the Target CEO didn't know because he had to take a 50% pay cut. This is because their first quarter sales have dropped since the Target boycott. Black people spend about $900 billion a year in America. So Target, if you want to get rid of DEI initiatives and take our products off the shelves, that's fine. We'll spend our money somewhere else. The Rainbow spend $1.4 trillion a year. If we need to be out, let us know. Furthermore, DEI benefited white women the most. Latinos spend about $3.6 trillion a year. So when we take a look at DEI, which was protecting people from discrimination from one group of people, we see you only want to serve one group of people. So just doing 3 groups, Black people, rainbows, and Latinos, that's over $5 trillion. You want acceptance from one group of people so bad you're willing to throw away $5 trillion? Well, that tells us what type of business practices are going on over there. Every time this one certain group of people get upset with you, completely remove Pride sections. You completely remove Black sections. We see who you serve and we see what you stand for. But like you said, you don't want our money. No problem. We'll give it to your competitors, because what we're not going to do is hurt communities that have done nothing but help you prosper. But hey, Target, maybe it's time for a new CEO, and maybe we don't let this happen again. But until then, y'all know what to do.
Girl who corrected the misinformation she put out about Target filing for bankruptcy, big ups to you for doing the right thing, because there are a lot of creators out here who are just sticking to the lie. This is why y'all need to get some financial markets literacy and make sure that your children have it, because we are moving into the greatest wealth transfer in history, and y'all are putting it at risk every day by being completely clueless on how financial markets work. Target is a publicly traded company. There is no way that Target could file for bankruptcy secretly. All these secret conspiracy type theories y'all create around financial markets, it's sad. It's really, really sad when Google is free, ChatGPT is free, Bing is free, DuckDuckGo is free, Claude is free, Perplexity is free. There's too much information out there for y'all to just be running with something that has no source, that no one else is talking about except for this one weird person on social media. We've got to do better.
Target didn't file for bankruptcy, but they didn't have a great previous quarter. So about a week ago, Target had their quarterly earnings call, and it wasn't great. So if you don't know what a quarterly earnings call is, it basically takes like a snapshot of a company's financial status to see how well the company is performing financially. So a couple of things that can go into it. Big part, what we're worried about right now is sales, but it can also include assets, liability, risk, expenses, cash flow, basically anything that has to do with money. So when it comes to Target and the sales and the boycott, it is having an impact. So in this previous quarter, January, February, and March, Target reported a revenue of $23.85 billion, which, I mean, like, that's a lot of fucking money. But same quarter last year reported $24.53 billion, which is about a 3.8% decline, especially for a company that had been seeing year-over-year profits since 2020. And then reading this article from CNBC, I think it's very interesting that store sales fell 5.7%, but digital sales grew 4.7%. So people aren't going into the stores, but they are still ordering online. Back to the topic. While this isn't as salacious as Target is filing for bankruptcy, it still can be considered a win. It shows that boycotts do actually work, but they are a very slow process. But it tells those people, the investors and shareholders, that people mean business. And I'm a fucking shareholder. I have stock in Target, so my money's looking a little funny there. It is important to stand on business and stand up for what's right and what's wrong. So I'm okay with that. All in all, if you see information like that, instead of immediately spreading it, do a quick Google search. Let's practice our critical thinking and discernment by taking pieces of information like this and challenging them. Because it does sound awesome. You're like, oh my God, yeah. But like, it sucks to be disappointed when it's not actually true. So let's make sure it's true in the first place. Okay, that's it. Love you. Bye.
Target has missed their sales projections by nearly $500 million. The power of the people, my friends. I haven't stepped foot in Target since January, and I don't plan to. This is the lesson that should be learned. The power of the people is stronger than the people in power. And when we all band together, we can and will win this fight. Here's the craziest thing about what Target chose to do. Trump's executive order about DEI was for federal government offices, saying they couldn't do it. But you know what Target did? Target did this on their own. There was no executive order saying private companies had to disband their DEI efforts. Target just voluntarily showed their entire face. And we the people said, no, thank you. And we will continue to.
To take note that this boycott against Target is the most successful boycott by black people in 70 years since the Montgomery bus boycott. They've lost $12 billion in valuation. Their stock tumbled from $145 a share to $93 a share. The CEO's salary was cut by 43%.
Guys, Target is going out of business and they're going to be filing for bankruptcy. I really think that's what's coming because the Target CEO is meeting with Al Sharpton to discuss why they rolled back DEI efforts, because they are in such a hole, because their sales have been massively down. Their foot traffic has been massively down. Their customer base, who they clearly wildly underestimated, really does care about DEI, cares about the brands that do care about DEI that are now stuck in contracts with Target. This man has done nothing to actually apologize or make anything better. He is the ultimate toxic boss. He's done nothing but make up excuses. Even when they're losing money, they still decide to do the wrong thing. I want you to share and like this video. Share this video with people who still shop at Target, who you know love Target, because the shopping has to stop. Easter weekend is coming up. Do not shop there. Whatever string of nice words that this man comes up with after meeting with Al Sharpton, it is just another marketing scheme. Nothing is going to actually change. Whatever he says, it's just going to be about getting our money back. And this is the way we have actually started to create change, is with our dollars. And guys, can we please not forget about Walmart and Amazon? I still see plenty of people doing Walmart and Amazon hauls and all this stuff. We need to be just as hard on Walmart and Amazon. We don't need to be fleeing to them and giving them the money that we're not giving to Target. We need to be hard on Target and Walmart and Amazon.
When I saw this on my For You, that was 2 days ago, I was like, are you serious? Target is filing for bankruptcy? Like Target is so big, right? They've made names. Like, I know that things are changing. Target is, they are losing money, but I never knew that it was going to go to the extent of filing for bankruptcy. But I decided to make more research because I really want to get things right. And I started seeing so many stitches. People are like, no, there is nothing like that. People are like, oh, that is just a first thing. That is just a made-up story or something. But then again, it happens that Target is still losing money, even if they've not gotten to the point of bankruptcy. That is a good thing, right? That is actually a good thing. Like, when you think that you've I don't even know how to put it, but when you think that you are so important that you're going to do so many things, get away with it, you're going to hurt so many people and get away with it without having any shaky somewhere, then I think you're lying. Target decided to dismantle DEI because they thought that, okay, we don't care about you, we're going to disband it anyways. There is no consequences at all. And people began to boycott. People started boycotting, Target, to actually tell them that, okay, we are done. What you're doing, you're being discriminatory and all of that. And people, the boycott actually worked. So many people have been saying that boycott does not work. Oh, boycott does not. But I think it does. It's affected Target the same way as Tesla. So I think it's worked. Even if it's not going to have a very significant, like a huge one, I think it's a step-by-step thing. They are seeing the effect. They are feeling it. They are feeling the effect of people's boycott. Although you cannot actually trust everyone. Why I say that? Because so many people come on the social platform to say, oh my God, I'm boycotting Target. Oh my God, especially who we're talking about. Because I read somewhere that although Target is being boycotted offline, like they are being boycotted, people do not really go there. People shop though, but not the way at which they do before the DEI dismantling. So I heard that even when people are still boycotting it offline, so many people are shopping online. They are shopping online. There is always going to be Judas. They're always going to be like, most of these people that actually claim that, oh, they are in solidarity with people that look like me. I wouldn't be surprised when they still go back to do it online. I wouldn't be surprised because the same thing happened during the past election. So many people were all online. Oh my God, Kamala Harris stays. We're voting for Kamala Harris. We're standing in solidarity with her. Oh my God. Especially who I'm talking about. But after the result was out, the percentage of people that was seen, that was shown, like the people who voted for what is really affecting everyone right now, was like the amount of people who voted for this present administration was shocking. It was shocking. People were surprised. People were like, so these people that comes out to talk about how they were going to do the right thing, they were going to do this, or they're going to do that, but they ended up, that is the same thing with Target. Even if they're still, facing some difficulties, maybe losing money, not really making, but the ones that are still making right now is being contributed by people who shop, majority of them who shop online. That is to tell you that people are never going to be humble. That is to tell you that black people should just focus more on themselves. Black people should just focus more on building their own wealth. Support black business owned. Support your own brand. Like, we should be our own brother's keeper. Black people all over the world. Sometimes I see so many stitches of what has been happening all over the world. And I realize that the same way at which a black person is being treated in the US is the same way at which this person is being treated in Europe. Be it Germany, Finland, anywhere and like, so far you're someone that looks like me, you're definitely going to be treated in a discriminatory or racist way. So that is why, people that looks like me really need to, we don't need to fight ourselves. We don't need to be envious of ourselves. We just need to keep on encouraging ourselves and fighting for a better future and a huge generational wealth. Anyway, lovelies, wanna just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section for what you think of this video. And please, lovelies, if you've not subscribed to this channel up to this extent, please do your girl a huge favor and subscribe to this channel. And I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one. Thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one.